Working full-time just to have health insurance is lame. I feel like Americans would be a lot happier if universal healthcare existed. People could work fewer hours or start their own businesses without fear of losing health insurance. I hate working 40 hours a week just to have health insurance. The thought of having to do this until 65 literally makes me feel trapped. Can others relate? That is the real trap. One could live as frugally as possible, own everything they have, but one little medical issue without insurance can break someone overnight. Yep, health insurance tied to employment is barbaric tbh. You would think, given the expense that employers have to pay to cover their share of insurance in employer-provided plans, they'd be overjoyed to be rid of the burden. However, I suspect the real fear of being without insurance is one of the things employers can hold over our heads to keep us from seeking a better employment situation. I've got a chronic condition and I've definitely stayed in a toxic work environment far longer than I should just because going without health coverage isn't an option. Prior to the ACA, if you somehow found yourself without coverage for a particular length of time, something like 63 days, your new insurance at your new job could require a waiting period before they would cover anything related to your condition, and buying insurance on the open market with a pre-existing condition was ridiculously expensive even compared to now. Virtually every working American can relate. Corporate feudalism. You have to serve your lord, corporation, for protection, insurance. You can just be poor like me and depend on free state insurance. If your state offers it, what a great way to get by, right? Guns are a right, but healthcare is not. I will never get it. Yes, I was lucky for a few years. My husband had great insurance with zero premiums, so he had coverage for us. Got caught in the tech layoffs and we lost that. I'm AT1 diabetic, so it was really stressful few months as his previous employer didn't get us paperwork needed to give to my employer to show qualifying life event. Fair bit of rationing, and then I started paying for my own insurance again. Now he covers himself and our son, and I can't really leave my job to a new one because everything has a 60 to 90 day period before benefits kick in still for some damn reason. I hate feeling so trapped. Quit. You will get better free insurance called Medicaid. You know from the government that everyone complained would be so horrible vs. $10,000 deductible. Private insurance law. My GF is struggling to quit her terrible job because then she would lose her health insurance and not be able to get her mental health meds. WTF is this system? They tie health insurance to jobs to entice people to work. It makes no sense till you understand that. Instead of paying you fairly and stuff. Yes, slavery still exists in this country. Your jobs offer healthcare for full-time workers? Sounds nice. A government doesn't invest this much time and money into a system without getting exactly what it wants. It's possibly they want us forced to work full-time, too busy to act independently, and too tired to think critically. Slavery with intangible chains. They'll never give us what we need because we need a desperate population to keep desperate bodies in the military. That's the point. They want us to be good little slaves. All the oligarchy cares about is sustaining the status quo. The very, very last thing they want is a meritocracy. Yes, I absolutely would take more risks to do my own thing if healthcare wasn't tied to my employment status. But they have to be on the same level as privatized healthcare, and politicians have to be forced to take public healthcare, otherwise the quality will degrade very quickly, e.g. India. I just don't have any. After doing the math, if I was paying for health insurance, I still couldn't afford to go to the doctor. At least without paying for it, I can have a savings account, and if I get sick I can afford NyQuil. Or a trip to the Minute Clinic. It was going to be hundreds of dollars a month if I got health insurance. And that's through my workplace. I know of a handful of people who are 60 plus who are waiting to be eligible for Medicare to retire. They have everything else they need, just can't justify giving up their job for the healthcare benefits. Funnily enough, these people still vote for Republicans. Seems to be a common thing to vote against their own best interests.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.